Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Wraith here, back with another video. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be basically talking about some things that you guys can do when you're bored of Fortnite, or you're just not feeling it, you don't really want to grind, you don't want to play, you don't just feel good about the game. Well, then I will be giving you guys some tips to kind of make it feel a lot better, and maybe even try and give it that nostalgia feeling of when you first found Fortnite and you first started having fun on Fortnite. So I know, like, with this season, a lot of people are either quitting or just not playing as much just because there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the game and not a lot of people are having as much fun. So hopefully this video can help those people out. If you're looking forward to this video, make sure you slap a like button on it, comment what you want to see for a future video, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. So for the first tip today, and this is a really big one, and a lot of people might find it underrated, is you need to find new people or start playing with more people. So now basically what I mean about that is there's like two kind of schools of thought. Is one is you just play by yourself and you grind and you keep practicing, whether it's creative, solos, arena, customs, blah blah blah, or you play with friends, or you maybe practice trios, or you just grind a lot with them, or even in a Discord call. But trust me, after a time, like I'm just grinding by myself, after like a couple hours, or even like sometimes after an hour, I just feel so bored. Even if I'm listening to music, I'm not enjoying the game. I just don't feel like playing solos. I don't feel like playing creative or just against random people. So something you can do is, one is find some of your buddies that you always play with, get them in a Discord call and just play with them, and trust me, it'll make your grinding so much more fun, whether you're playing solos or not. If you feel like you're want to play trios or something like that, or duos or whatever the case is, then again, hop on with some friends. If you don't know anyone, you don't have any friends through Fortnite, then maybe find people through even duo fills. They don't need to be a grinder. Just meeting new people is all about what makes gaming fun, is meeting new people and playing with new people. Or look through Discord. Download Discord if you don't have it. Find some chats for your region, whether it's Europe, any East, any West, Middle Eastern, or sorry, Asia, or whatever the case is. Doesn't matter. Just friggin' add some people, play with them, and trust me, it will make you have so much more fun. Now my next tip, and this is a big one, and a lot of you guys probably won't want to do this, but trust me, it is so good for you, and it's take a break or even try a different game. Now trust me, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, no, like if I take a break, people are going to catch me, other people will be working on it, and I'll fall behind, or my mechanics will be bad, blah blah blah, right? No, that is incorrect. Trust me, if you take a break, you will come back stronger than ever. Like if you take like literally a couple days off and try a different game, or whatever the case is, just don't even play Fortnite, don't think about Fortnite. When you come back, sometimes you'll even feel more cracked when you left, as well as you'll kind of feel rejuvenated, and you'll be like, okay, you know what, I feel good, I'm gonna start grinding again. Like sometimes after a while just playing Fortnite, back when I was grinding, I'd be playing 6-7 days a week. After like 2 weeks of just grinding straight, I'd just be like, oh, I have to get on Fortnite again, right? So if you take a little bit of a break, play some COD, play some Assassin's Creed, play some Mortal Kombat, play whatever game you enjoy. If you haven't played any other games, try some new games, try some Fall Guys, try Warzone, try whatever, right? Playing new games will just kind of give you that better feeling when you come back on Fortnite and you haven't played it in a while. Now my next tip, and I had a lot of OG kind of feels while I did this, and it's if you're playing on controller, and even if you're on console, maybe go out and buy a $10 keyboard, $10 mouse or something like that, or borrow it from your friends or something like that, and it will give you that nostalgia of being a bad player, because you're not going to know how to play on keyboard, and you have to basically relearn a lot of mechanics. And I know it's frustrating, but also fun at the same time, like knowing what you want to do, but not being able to do it because you're not used to it. And that's the same thing that goes for keyboard players. If you play keyboard, go out and buy a controller, borrow one from your friend, who I guarantee you guys, if you have some friends, they will have controllers. You borrow it and you start practicing on controller, and trust me, it'll give you that kind of nostalgia feeling of Fortnite, where maybe you weren't as good, you can't crank as easily as you could back in back at the start of Fortnite. Like it was just basically like the very small buildings you do, and the gunfights would be fun, and just playing solos on a new input, or even playing creative or something like that, just kind of gives the game a lot more kind of nostalgia feeling, like I said, just because it feels so good not being, maybe if you're like obviously really good on keyboard or really good on controller, or even above average, you're going to be decently good. But when you switch over, you're going to be terrible, right? So you have to relearn it. Even if you switch over with a friend or something like that and you guys both relearn it at the same time, trust me, it is really fun. It kind of gives that new feeling of like learning what it is to be a bad player again, and learning what it is to like not be as good as you were before, right? So trust me, give it a try and you will kind of have that nostalgia feeling. So now my next tip, and this is probably the most favorite thing I do whenever I get bored of Fortnite or whenever I'm not enjoying it, is going back on YouTube or Twitch or whatever the case is and rewatching the old World Cup days or the old summer skirmishes or winter skirmishes and things like that. Like when Tfue and Cloaksy won it all, or Bizzle won his solo, or like the first DreamHack, all those events, World Cup, like when Booga popped off or Mongrel popped off and that one end game that Som ended up winning. All those things were just such good memories of Fortnite, and every so often, like going back and rewatching where it all started and seeing the first events and seeing how bad like pro players, well not bad, but how much worse pro players were back then than they are now, it just blows my mind, and it just kind of makes you have that, like I said, nostalgia feeling, which everyone really is chasing with Fortnite right now, is the game just feels a little bit different from what it was. So going back, watching how the old mechanics work, looking at the old map, old like Fortnite stars like Tfue, Cloaksy, stuff like that is just so cool seeing that kind of stuff play out, and it makes you kind of feel a lot better and makes you want to grind and get onto those main stages and makes you want to become a better Fortnite player. So that kind of is a really good way to kind of lighten up your fire a little bit as well. Or if you want to like do kind of kill two birds with one stone, is you can watch the recent dream hacks, just watching the old events or the new events. You can actually learn from them as well as when you're watching it, as well as like it's just a nice thing to take a break, kind of sit back, watch some Twitch, watch some YouTube or whatever like that. But yeah, just sitting back watching the new one while VOD reviewing is also a really good way to take a break. But trust me, rewatch the old World Cup, old summer skirmishes, and it'll give you a huge nostalgia feeling. So now my next tip is playing things that you normally don't play. So many of you guys, and I've talked about it in so many videos, and it's super important, is to have like a really good consistent schedule of working on your aim, working on your editing, blah blah blah, your VOD review, like customs, etc. Right? Doing all that is really good, and having a schedule is really good. But when you're starting to feel bored of the schedule and you're starting to feel like you're not enjoying it as much anymore, literally just try for a couple days, just do whatever you feel like doing. Do things you haven't done before. So what I really enjoy doing is just playing a lot of zone wars with my buddies. It's really enjoyable. It's just like guns you don't really use, it's maps you're not used to, so it's really fun. Just hop in a Discord call with a couple boys and play some Discord or play some zone wars. Super fun. Or sometimes if we're bored of that, we'll send some 3v3 zone wars or 2v2 zone wars, either against each other or against people through Discord, or even some box fights, 2v2s, etc. like that. Like I said, just change things up a bit. If you have a really strict schedule, change things up, even playing some solos, playing some duos, whatever the case is, like just pubs. Trust me, switching it up and playing with your friends or doing something you don't normally do will kind of just make it feel a lot more fun. And then when you go back onto your schedule, you'll be like, you know what, I feel good, I feel ready, and I'm ready to grind. So now my next tip, and this is also a really kind of cool one and an interesting one, is it's do things you've never done before in creative. So what I mean about that, and this isn't a huge, like, this won't take 6 or 7 days, but if you're just not feeling grinding, you don't want to grind, or you just don't feel like playing Fort that much, just hop into creative and just try things you've never done before with building or editing. So what I mean about that is basically like do some crazy high ground retake, or try and copy one off YouTube or from a pro you watch. Just try and see if you can do it. See if you can do how many side jumps you can do at a time, how many triple edits you can do. Try editing like super fast, like raise your Sens or lower your Sens. Try just doing things that you don't normally do in creative. Like what I normally do is I'll double my edit and then pretend like I'm clicks or something like that, and just rip through the edits and try and go as quick as possibly as I can. Like obviously I mess up a ton, and I look super bad, but sometimes I'll just get my buddy to join in. We'll do some 1v1s, we'll do double the Sens or half the Sens, and just do things that like I said, you don't really do, and you just don't really like find yourself doing because you're so focused on grinding, you're so focused on playing customs or whatever the case is. So just doing things like that just kind of make the game a little bit more fun will actually help, in my opinion, your grinding overall, because you're more likely to grind after you've had a lot of fun. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you slap a like button on it, comment what you want to see for a future video. Season 4 is coming out in the next couple days, so hopefully they bring some like OG stuff back. Obviously with the map, who knows what they're going to do. Hopefully they bring back the pump. We will all see. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.